When we look at some of the richest people in the world, it's really even difficult to imagine how life would be if we had that kind of wealth. With $80 billion of net worth, you can even buy an entire country. But because people don't usually make more than the average wage, perhaps that's why it's called the average wage, it's really difficult to understand how those people make that kind of money. With your current salary, I guess you might need to live for thousands of years to reach that level of wealth. And because of that ignorance about how exactly these people build up their wealth, we came up with our own theories, such as they have cheated a lot of poor people to make that money, or they're simply lucky, or it's how the system works, it just keeps making them rich. These are just theories we came up to make ourselves feel better, since it's really difficult to believe that a human being like me has achieved 1 billion times more than me in the same period of time. That's like a knockout on your self-esteem. It makes you feel miserable. But the truth is far away from that. It's not exactly what we usually imagine, and that's exactly what we'll find out in this video. How exactly rich people make so much money. We all have these ideas about how the world should be, but the problem is that the universe doesn't really give a damn about it. It just works the way it is, and it will continue whether you like that or not. So the best option you're left with is to accept it and take advantage out of it. Helping people, protecting your country, or teaching might be a noble thing to do, but what makes someone rich is knowing how to sell, even if it's not as noble as protecting your nation. You see, there are different strategies to sell, like being famous, solving problems, or simply playing video games. So we came to believe that there are completely different ways to make money, but the concept at the end of the day comes back to the same thing, which is selling. An athlete isn't making a lot of money because he's good at throwing the ball. Every other player can do that as well. But what differentiates him from the rest is that he knows how to sell tickets to the games he plays, t-shirts, hats, shoes, ads, you name it. The concept is the same. It might not be directly telling people to buy his products, but rather building a personality or a character that people want to be part of. That's just another form of selling. You're not making money based on how long you work or how much effort you put. What matters at the end of the day is that how much you can sell. And there's simply no limits to how much money you can make after that. It's really difficult to accept that when you have been paid based on the numbers of hours you work for years. Take an example of this video. Possibilities to sell are many. I don't have to trick you or mislead you. All I need to do is to give you what you want at a price you're willing to pay. That's pretty much about it. Since you're watching this video, you're most likely interested in the subject of money, investments, and selling. So if I offer you a good service or a good product, some of you will probably buy it, let's say just 1 out of 100. So if this video reaches 10,000 views, that's already $1,000 if the margin is going to be $10. And if you do not, then you still get the short animated entertaining video that doesn't cost you anything. Perhaps that's why you watch this channel. It's the same process that happens in the traditional business. You open up a store, thousands of people visit you to try your clothes, and only a small fraction of them buys something. But with the rise of internet and social media, everyone has an access to the world. You don't need to spend millions to open stores around the world, but only pennies to access internet. In fact, you don't need to open a store at all, because internet has given us unbelievable opportunities. The biggest taxi company doesn't even own any car. The largest retailer has no products of its own. The world's most popular media company creates no content. And the world's largest accommodation provider owns no property. The point is simple. Your ability to sell determines how much money you can make. And that's what you should be focusing on if your goal is to make a lot of money. I have an entire video on how to sell, which you can find in the description. And now it's your turn. How do you think rich people have earned their billions? Let me know what I have missed in this video. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more similar videos, then hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.